atmosphere is building nicely here at St James's Park. The West Ham players have come out first. There are still COVID restrictions, of course, for the players to operate in, and they were roundly booed by the Newcastle fans, but there was an eruption away to our left in that away end behind the goal away to our left, and 3,000 West Ham fans are in full voice as they welcome their team out onto the surface. The first time a group of away supporters have seen West Ham in action since March of 2020. Now, here come Newcastle, led by John Joe Shelby in their black and white striped training tops, and that huge, almost guttural roar as the Newcastle players make their way up, makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up. It's been a very long time since I've been in a football match and I've heard a noise like that, but it's all changed now. Freddie Woodman is the Newcastle goalkeeper number 3 as far as their first choice is concerned. Back 3, Kieran Clark, Federico Fernandez and Emil Krark, with Jacob Murphy and Matt Ritchie the wing-backs, John Joe Shelby, Isaac Hayden in the middle, and Miguel Almiron, Callum Wilson and Alan Saint-Maximin. Lucas Fabianski in goal for the Hammers, Vladimir Soufal, Craig Dawson, Angelo Ogbonna and Aaron Cresswell at the back. In midfield, Thomas Soucek and Declan Rice, 2 of the heroes from Euro 2020, Saïd Benrahma, Pablo Fornals and Jared Bowen playing behind Soucek and Antonio as the main striker. Blows his whistle and away we go with Craig Dawson with a long ball forward for the Hammers. The target is Soucek, he's been beaten to it, and Murphy is going to put it out of play. Back to Cresswell on the left-hand side. He's got support on that flank from Fornals. He's going to win a corner though. First set piece of the game then, it's West Ham's, and it's Aaron Cresswell who's going to take it with the left foot, or possibly Benrahma with the right. It's going to be left for Cresswell, who swings it out for Dawson, who meets it, and then it's pushed towards goal by Soucek and bundled round the post, off the line by a Newcastle United defender. That looked goal-bound from Soucek. Dawson's so good at getting into those positions. West Ham have won another corner.
Yeah, it was Almiron who cleared it off the line. You wouldn't expect him to be in there, would you? But he was just in the right place at the right time.
Here they come again, Newcastle. Saint-Maximin right side, held up by Rice, and then Rice is still holding him up. Saint-Maximin still got it, drags him to the byline, gets it across, and it's headed into the net by Wilson. Callum Wilson scores again against West Ham, and it was some real wizardry by Saint-Maximin on the right, who went in the cross, and Wilson just got in front of everybody, nodded it past Fabianski, and with 4.5 minutes gone, St James's Park's in uproar because it's Newcastle 1, West Ham 0.
Yeah, what play from Saint-Maximin there. He was jinking left, right. Declan Rice, you thought he had him. Yeah. He had him sort of, you know, just outside the penalty area, had him stood up, but the quick footwork of Saint-Maximin was absolutely fantastic, and he's whipped in a great ball, and it was one of those that basically he couldn't miss it, could he? You know, Callum Wilson was there, he got in between the 2 centre-halves, it was right on his forehead, about 4 yards from goal, and it was a great goal.
Feels like it's kind of mid-evening here at St James's. Very dark, the floodlights are on and they're working quite hard. Here's Soucek into Antonio on the edge of the Newcastle penalty area, wide on the right. Oh, he's shredded it for Benrahma, who thinks about shooting. Offloads to Fornals, and now Cresswell with a low cross into the box, and he's forced in! And the far post by Jared Bowen! Then they're coming to congratulate Cresswell, and hold on, there's a flag up. It won't count. They were queuing up at the far post to touch it in. Antonio had a go. Bowen might have completed the actual touch and knocked it in, or maybe Cresswell did it all himself. Either way, the flag was up. I presume they'll check it. At the moment, it's still 1-0.
No, I think they're definitely going to check it, but I'm not sure who they're trying to say is offside. I mean, it looked like Bowen sort of ran into the net, but I'm not sure he actually touched the ball until it went over the line.
Right, and it's just possible. I think Soucek gets a touch. Yeah, Soucek puts he thinks he scored as well. Oh, that's very... No, hang on a minute, what about that close? It's a goal! I was going to say there's a foot. I think there's a Newcastle player playing him onside. and the goal is given, and I think Soucek does get the touch. Cresswell initially thought he'd scored. Newcastle thought they'd ruled it out. But the big screen on the far side says decision, goal, no offside offence, and it's Newcastle 1, West Ham 1. Antonio again with Kraft at close attendance. It's dropped to Fornals, going to feed Bowen, edge of the box. Bowen moves infield, goes past three. What a run! Oh, what a save by Woodman! That would have been an absolutely magnificent goal by Jarrod Bowen, who had so much work to do. Went past 4 or 5 Newcastle players, but Woodman made himself big and blocked it. Here is Benrahma, edge of the box, goes to ground, tackled by Saint-Maximin, and he's going to run it away for Newcastle, and this is where the counter can be so effective for the Magpies. Saint-Maximin just eats up territory. He's over the halfway line, wide to Almiron on that right side. Gets held up by Rice. What a run from Jarrod Bowen, Matt Lockwood.
It is. Now there's a bit of a lull in the play, you can talk about it, but
having said that, here's Wilson again, brings it down, tries to get away from Dawson, backheels it straight at Fabianski. Well, I suppose he scores so many goals against West Ham, he can take an opportunity like that, Callum Wilson. He had his back to goal, nothing on, tried to backheel it in, but Fabianski blocked it. You said it was a lull, Matt. The game's picked up again. It's with Kraft and Saint-Maximin on the halfway line, just ghosts past Benrahma. Saint-Maximin does, wants to move away from Soucek, does so, approaches the edge of the box. He's got so many players around him, he's offloaded to Almiron, it's deflected, it's off the crossbar. Was there a touch from Fabianski? Well, there was a deflection on the way through, actually, which nearly took it away from the goalkeeper. But Almiron strikes the woodwork, and it's a corner to Newcastle. Here's the corner, lifted in and brought down by Clark with his back to goal. Tries to turn away from Dawson. Dawson does enough to restrict Clark, whose shot in the end hits the side netting. Newcastle having a little spell. It really ebbs and flows, this game, doesn't it? One each here with 5 minutes to go before the break. Here's Fernandez, Ritchie, Shelvey into the centre of the pitch, and Saint-Maximin renewing his duel with Rice, offloads to Ritchie. He's been challenged by Bowen. Loose ball's collected by Clark. West Ham can't get rid of it. Almiron twists onto his right foot, then his left. Ritchie overlapping to the touchline. In comes across towards the far post, and it's headed in! Headed in by Murphy, and Newcastle are back ahead. The wing-back got forward, and Ritchie got on the end of the cross. It was almost on the edge of the box. It travelled a very long way, but Jacob Murphy has put Newcastle back in front with 4.5 minutes to go. Newcastle 2, West Ham 1.
yeah, I mean, it was a great cross in from Ritchie, but yeah, Murphy was just completely unmarked. I don't think anyone sort of looked at him to think, oh, he's a danger. He was just stood still, didn't even make that much of a run, and I think he was more surprised than anyone else that he ended up scoring.
He just stole in, Murphy. The cross seemed to elude everybody. They get the chance to see it again. It's a good delivery by Ritchie, and David Moyes will be unhappy that the 2 goals have come from crosses. But yeah, Ritchie overlaps, gets the cross in, and where is Murphy? There he is at the far post, there's nothing happening. Rice, Ogbonna and Dawson all forward. Soucek's a real threat from these as well. This goes far post. Ogbonna can't get on the end of it. He's having a wrestling match with Wilson. Ogbonna collects the loose ball on the far side. Fornals gives it to Cresswell. This cross by Cresswell is headed away powerfully by Fernandez. Comes out to Soufal. Little dink ball headed away once again as far as Fornals, who lifts in another cross, headed clear by Clark. Bowen collects it on the edge of the box. Here's Benrahma with a chance to shoot. Does shoot just wide. Well, he had a bit of space on the edge of the D and made use of it. Woodman flung himself to his right. I think he had it covered. It's 2-1 to Newcastle.
Yeah, he did have it covered, but it was a good effort from Benrahma. You could see what he was trying to do. He didn't really go and smash it. He was trying to just like whip one in the bottom corner.
Rice does well to win it back for West Ham, and now Bowen attacks the edge of the box. He's going to slide it through to Antonio, can't quite control it, chases it to the byline, gets it across, and Benrahma heads in the equaliser for West Ham. from a great little cross by Antonio from the left, and Benrahma unmarked nodded it past Woodman to the delight of the West Ham fans away to the left-hand side. 7 second half minutes played. The Hammers back on terms again at St James's Park. Newcastle 2, West Ham 2.
Yeah, Antonio did great there. The ball got played into him and it was bouncing, it was really hard at him, and he had a great touch with his sort of, probably his wrong foot actually. He's coming from, so he should have really controlled with his left foot, but he's tried to control with his right foot, and he's just managed to use his pace, keep it in, dink it back to the far post, and Benrahma was steaming at the back post, and yeah, he was never going to miss from there. Similar to the Newcastle goal, it was just on a plate for him, and yeah, he 6 yards out, headed it down into the ground. Woodman had no chance.
Gets himself in a bit of a pickle and concedes a throw-in, which is quickly taken by Wilson, and now St Maximin gets away from his man, edge of the penalty area, brilliant control, he's going one way then the other, across it goes, and I think Fabianski got something on it to stop it from getting through the craft. Here's a shot by Murphy that's blocked away. Almiron's going to get there. It was Ritchie, sorry, who got in the box, and St Maximin caused havoc once again. Dawson barely knew what day it was as he was taken one way then the other. The cross came in, I think the goalkeeper did just enough to take it away from Ritchie.
Again, I mean, St Maximin's virtually unplayable. When he gets the ball in the penalty box, you can't make a tackle.
Exchanges passes with Cresswell. Benrahma again onto his right foot. Square for Fornals. It's a little dink ball. Soufal's in round the back and he turns it across goal. Oh, it's hit the crossbar from Antonio, and then Fornals goes down, and it's a penalty to West Ham, who very nearly made it 3-2 when Antonio struck the woodwork, but then it did look as though Fornals might have been caught by Murphy inside the penalty area. Martin Atkinson had a view of that and has pointed to the spot.
Yeah, Fornals did great to start off with. He's played a fantastic little ball over to Coufal, who made a run in behind Ritchie. And Coufal's cross, he's played it that fast, he nearly knocked Antonio off his feet.
And it is a penalty. And Michail Antonio is going to have the chance to put West Ham 3-2 up. Freddie Woodman on his line. Antonio is the save, and it comes down to Soucek, and he puts West Ham in front. Freddie Woodman saved the spot kick, but Thomas Soucek on the follow-up smashes it into the net and sends those West Ham fans crazy away to our left. It's a great stop by the goalkeeper, but Soucek, so alert, blasts it in, and West Ham take the lead for the first time this afternoon at St James's. Newcastle 2, West Ham 3.
Yeah, in all fairness to Antonio, he had a long time to wait for that. The Newcastle players were surrounding him, putting him off, saying stuff to him, which, you know, does get into your head. It wasn't the best penalty in the world, but like you say, it was a great save from Woodman, but that's what you need. You need your players following up, just in case. And Soucek there was in the right place at the right time, and he smashed it in and put West Ham in front, and I think they thoroughly deserve it.
It has been a curious game. It's been a great game, full of excitement, but at no point have Newcastle really settled into their lead on either of the two occasions in which they've been in front. And they scored 3 or more goals in 11 matches last season. Only Manchester City and Manchester United scored 3 or more times, if you're still with me, than West Ham. They are capable, and they might have another chance here because Bowen's won it, and he's surging forward and he goes to goal, and it's saved by Woodman. He pushes it up into the air to take the sting out of it, and then grabs the ball. Now Shelvey surges forward for Newcastle. The fans will be desperate for a response. Don't forget they've taken the lead twice in this game. St Maximin bursting forward. They'll need his inspiration if they're going to get something out of this. Here's Murphy, the other goal scorer for Newcastle today. Hayden tries to go round Cresswell. He's done well there, Isaac Hayden. And he does get a cross in, but Soucek, the man who put West Ham 3-2 up, has cleared. Antonio, who missed the penalty, has set it back for Bowen. Benrahma on the halfway line has the chance to run at the defence, and Antonio's galloping forward. Here's the pass, Antonio's through, chance of 4, what a goal! What a brilliant strike by Michail Antonio! Hammers West Ham into a 4-2 lead here. They They did Newcastle on the counter. Benrahma's pass was perfect, and Antonio, the new West Ham number 9, made no mistake. It is Newcastle 2, West Ham 4.
And interestingly enough, Antonio started that move on the edge of his box. He held the ball up, he flicked the ball over John Joe Shelby's head, he was strong, he set it back, and then he's made a 70-yard run to get on the end of that pass. So to have the, in the 66th minute, to have the strength to hold off a centre-half and to keep the ball, keep possession, and then to make that run, and then to have the composure to finish at the end of it, it's fantastic. And that just shows, the confidence and the ability that this West Ham team have got. And it's why that David Moyes knows that they can potentially have what it takes to maybe break into that top 4 this season.
Murphy goes charging towards the halfway line. West Ham now look a bit short defensively. Murphy's eaten up territory. The cross is not great, although it's come back to Fraser, the substitute, onto his right foot, curls it wide. Fabianski unruffled as that flew past his left hand upright. Still Newcastle 2, West Ham 4. Goals in this half by Benrahma, Soucek and Antonio. West Ham deep in stoppage time at the end of this second half, leading Newcastle by 4 goals to 2. This goes out of play, and Martin Atkinson decides that will do. A few muted boos from the Newcastle fans, but it is the West Ham supporters who haven't had an away day to savour for 18 long months, have come all the way up to the northeast of England and seen their team score 4 goals and send quite a statement. But it's been a brilliant day for the Hammers, who have come here, gone behind twice, and still run out 4-2 winners. Callum Wilson scored his traditional goal against West Ham 4 minutes into the game to put Newcastle in front. Aaron Cresswell equalised just after the quarter hour. Newcastle went back in front just before half-time with Jacob Murphy. West Ham level matters through Saïd Benrahma in the second half, and then they took control. Antonio hit the bar. When it came back to Fornals, he was fouled. Antonio's penalty was saved. Soucek followed up to score, and then 5 minutes later, halfway through this second half, Benrahma released Antonio, who cracked the ball into the net for the 4th goal, and there was no way back for Newcastle. Funny old day at St James's. Great to have fans back here. Most of the 50,000 look thoroughly unimpressed. It's the Hammers fans who are going to celebrate all the way back home. It's finished here, Newcastle 2, West Ham 4.